Hello fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams Books Courage, and today is another Top 5 Wednesday, this one being Top Halloween Books. I was going to try to wear like some awesome costume or something to do this video, but I guess I ran out of time and didn't come up with anything, so I just decided to go with my Mickey Mouse R2-D2 hat. For this Top 5 Wednesday, my books aren't exactly scary as much as they are just creepy, and so I might have some books that you might not even expect to be on this Top 5, but all these books definitely have a creep factor. In my number 5 spot, I have Northanger Abbey, written by Jane Austen. And this is my compilation of all of Jane Austen's completed novels. But Northanger Abbey definitely stood apart from all of her other novels because of the gothic qualities of the story. The story seems to start out as just another Jane Austen novel, but as we go through it and the main character makes friends, and the main character travels to their house, which is obviously Northanger Abbey, we learn some very creepy things. Like her friends kind of tell her not to travel around at night, and not to go into certain doors. I definitely got scared at some points in this book, wondering what was going to happen, if someone was actually going to attack her or not. Obviously this was still a Jane Austen novel and nobody actually did attack her, but the creep factor was definitely there and I was pretty scared at some points. In my number 4 spot is a book that's more of a creepy thriller, and it's the book that I'm currently reading, and that is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm not very far into this book yet, but it's already creeping me out. It's about this couple, and the male protagonist of the story, named Nick Dune, loses his wife mysteriously on their 5th anniversary, and you can tell that the relationship is very rocky to begin with, so it kind of brings you to wonder, is he the killer? And then we have Amy Dune, who I'm really liking as a character so far, and in her chapters we're going back to whenever the relationship first began and how amazing it was, and I feel like in the middle it's going to kind of show what happened that made their relationship so horrible and so bad. But I really don't want the guy to be the killer in the story because that's super creepy already, and I'm really enjoying this book. It could definitely go up on my list as I continue to read it, but at this point it's already very creepy. In my 4th place spot is a book that I have not yet read, but I can tell by the pictures that I'm definitely going to be creeped out whenever I do read it, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. As you can tell from this cover, it's obviously a creepy book, and I'm really excited to get into this one. It features creepy pictures like these, which leads me to believe that it's kind of like an American Horror Story sort of creepy thing, and I absolutely love the idea of that, and I really hope this book is like that. I know this book isn't scary per se, but I do know it's definitely creepy, and so I'm putting it at number 3 on my Halloween books list, just because I know that the creep factor is already there, just from judging by the pictures. In my number 2 spot is The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. As you can tell by this cover, it actually has 2 short stories, one being The Turn of the Screw, the other one being Daisy Miller, but for this video I'm just going to focus on The Turn of the Screw. I just got this book from my local library for about 50 cents, so I thought, why not read it? But The Turn of the Screw was actually pretty creepy. It focuses on these children and their nanny, and these children are actually pretty creepy in themselves. They keep saying that they see this womanly figure and they keep doing weird things, and it's just creepy just because of the children in this book. Not even the ghost itself, but just the children and what they will do for this ghost. So I definitely recommend you guys pick this short story up, and it's quite a creepy read for Halloween. In my number 1 spot, I have a variety of short stories and poems that are found in The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe in this Penguin horror series. As I've mentioned before, I love this cover and it's in pages, and it just adds to the creepiness factor that is Edgar Allan Poe. Out of his short stories, I would definitely recommend The Mask of the Red Death and The Telltale Heart, which are 2 of my favorites of his. I really enjoy Edgar Allan Poe's short stories and poems. They are all amazing and amazingly creepy, and honestly I would recommend you read any of Edgar Allan Poe's works for a very creepy Halloween read. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me down below what your favorite Halloween read is. As always, I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna go get back to reading.